Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Raskhol speaking, and today we are going to do a little bit of terraforming around this place, because I realized that before I do any additional building, I really need to figure out where the terrain is for the theme of the nightmare dreams, right? So if we take a flight, I've spent I'm not gonna say how long, but a long time. I've spent clearing out the forest in this flower biome. As you can see, there's some left here. So wherever you can see these flowers without trees, and it's gonna probably go around this thing, but I'm not sure yet. This is going to be the area that I have to terraform, and what I'm gonna be using is the block puzzle. Is that what it's called? Like what you get when you plant a spruce tree, right? So I'm gonna be using that. I'm gonna be using dirt and coarse dirt and maybe a little bit of brown powder for concrete, just to get the shape of the dirt and the feel of the area and stuff like that. I'm gonna be creating a rooftop forest in one end, on the other end, probably here where you can see it like this. It's gonna be the field for the pumpkins, and it's gonna be ominous, real ominous, just like this graveyard is. Can I even jump up here so we can see it better? Yeah, there we go. And also, when it comes to water, what is going to be a divider for these kind of sections with themes around? Let me just try and take a flight here. If I spin around, you can see that I've already started placing a little bit of green concrete below the water surface, just to give it a different color, just to give it like it's something's being spilled that it's not supposed to be there. So I'm gonna be creating this layer of green water around this theme right here, and the other themes are probably gonna have normal water. So that's gonna be like a special trait for this one here. Every single theme area is going to have its own special trait. Without further ado, I would like to get started with this terraforming, because it's gonna take me a while. I hope you enjoyed this time-lapse, because that was the first time-lapse I ever successfully did, especially with replay mod, since that mod is known in the history of my channel to give me some trouble. But we are not done with the terraforming. I just want to update my map here, if I can get it off. How can I get it off? Come on, please. Oh, there we go. All right. A part of the map has been up, maybe this one as well. Yep, that's it. So yeah, all of this is cleared around, and I want to change this whole grass feel into something else. But before I do that, I need to remove all of the color that is currently going on here. As you can see, it's a flower biome or flower field. It has to go away. All of this. As you can see down here, everything has been cleared out and the flowers have been removed. A little bit of patching the terrain here and there, changing some blocks, some sand into grass and stuff like that. But the result is I got a lot of flowers and a lot of dye, which brings me to my next topic. I have a shop that needs to be stocked with certain things. Down here at the shopping district of our server, a lot of chests have been placed, a lot of new shops opened up, and I got some diamonds, so I might run around and see what other people are selling, and maybe I can buy something useful for me. All in all, I'm right here. Oh, entered my shop from the first try, even though I get stuck by these doors. I've got these barrels here, so I'm gonna put them into good use, and I'm gonna be placing some signs with prices on them. Alright, I think I figured it out. So, on this side, we're gonna have flowers that are pretty easy to gather no matter where the place is. So I need to fill these in with all the kind of flowers, but as you can see, it's for decoration, so you don't have to go around, running around and gathering them if you want to create something like this. So on this side, we're gonna have dyes that are pretty easy to come by, right? And then here we have a little bit harder to get flowers that require a certain biome or some kind of special thing. And below here we're gonna have yeah, also flowers that can't fit into this into this box. It looks like someone opened up a redstone shop. So 32 per diamond, as it says right here. So this is 2 diamonds. I'm gonna need that because I wasted a lot of redstone resources on the previous contraption. This one sells saddles and horse armor of various choices, so I'm gonna be back for that later. Let's check this one. Someone is selling flowers. My competitor. Now that I've spent a little bit of diamonds and saw what people are selling, I figured out that no one is actually selling any kind of saplings, and I need spruce saplings in order to modify this terrain. So I guess it's time to fly around and search for a forest. Few spruce trees chopping down later. I've got 15 saplings, which I think it's gonna be pretty enough. Let me see if I have any bone meal. I should. Yep, I do. I saved. I pre-planned this way ahead. Okay, let's start from here somewhere, right? So we're gonna have these 4. And then we bone meal it. Bam. Look at this. This is like a canvas, and I'm trying to paint puzzle on it. Also, I can chop it down, get some more saplings, so I got resources in return. Also, that's not the tree we're gonna use here. We're gonna use dark oak. Well, I am pretty excited to show you this progress right over here. Let me land somewhere higher. So I don't fly around all the time. Anyway, as you can see, it's a huge project. I need to convert all of this and here and yeah, around this house. It's not that big of a terrain considering the entire kingdom is really huge. But I'm gonna be focusing on this one to turn it completely into this material. And as you can see, I kind of placed the regular dirt on top of these patches just to get some kind of gradient, you know, just to get that feeling like the ground is actually transitioning in form of a highlighting it or something along those lines. And there's a single tree left for me to chop down. Jesus, you have no idea how many trees I've chopped down. And right there, in that small area that you can see, it has been like cut off surgically. I want to place some kind of factory here, and I think that factory is going to produce cactus for our green dye, and it's going to be spilling some kind of waste into this coal right here, creating pollution around this area. And that pollution can already be seen right over here. As I've said, I've tried it with a lime concrete, and it looks rather nice. I just need to fill it in all the way just to see what it looks like. Like completely converts it into that idea. Anyway, let me get some simpler material, and let's work on the road design first, and then we will get that road connect to that factory. I couldn't continue working on this until I figured out how exactly am I going to do this transition from the cobblestone wall onto this path that is going to take us away from this little village. So I created this like simple door that are going to be like arched like this, and I was thinking of placing some iron bars here as a gate. I think I have some left over, so I'm going to place that right away. Yep, 11 of them. Okay, that should be enough. And it's a slow transition. I even separated with a wall with a wonky design. As you can see, it's kind of wiggly. Even to have like a small pathway lit up with these pumpkins, just to keep the theme going on, and to give this graveyard a little bit of breathing space, because I didn't want to get things too close to one another. And maybe if I just do it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna come back later and place more of these. And I've placed slabs on top of the full blocks right here, so it's just to prevent mobs from spawning. And I'm gonna redesign this wall a little bit later to be similar to something that we have here in the graveyard. But I think this entrance is kind of nice feature just to block it off and to get a new design of the road going right through here. There we go. I created a prototype of the street lights, and also I kind of railed some portion of this track. So you can see I completely closed off this section right over here, just to show you as an example of what my idea was. And I'm gonna plant some dark oak trees in it. Now, this is a pathway that is kind of naked. Let me turn around once again. As you can see, without podzol, right? So that's the path. It's like, in general, 3 blocks wide. What I'm gonna do is place these kind of scorpion tail looking like street lights, probably on this distance. They're gonna be probably 1, 2, 3 blocks apart, and then a middle. So right here, I'm going to use brown terracotta to place right there. And I'm going to use a stair. And then maybe my inventory is a mess. Don't judge me. And that, raise it up by 2. Yeah, by 2. And then upside down stair. Just like that. On top of it, I'm gonna go with a slab. That slab connects to another terracotta, and then we have a regular stair that has an end rod hanging from it, providing light. I'm gonna be filling in dark spots, probably like this one is going to be a dark spot, and I'm gonna be filling them in with glowstone underneath certain bushes. So, for example, right here, we could have this glowstone in a bush formation, something like that, with, I don't know, a pole sitting right here. And then some pumpkins turned into jack-o'-lanterns. I'm going to be using those as well for decoration. I don't know, maybe, no, not you. I need a log right there. And I'm gonna need maybe a bush would go nicely here, and then a regular slab right there, just to give it a little bit more juiciness, fatness, right? And it's gonna spread. It's gonna spread throughout this path, which I think is a rather interesting design for a street light. I'm gonna be placing some kind of carpet or something on top of this and this, so it doesn't spawn mobs. Probably some kind of carpet maybe on this one as well, just to give it a different height, because that looks flat, these 3 blocks in line. Why did I dig this hole? For that. Okay. So these present like roots of some sort. And then for the path, I think I'm going to be mixing this as a chorus dirt and path blocks, which are made out of grass. And you just right-click the shovel on it. Can I reach that one? Yeah, I can. So I'm going to be using that block. And what else can I use? Maybe some terracotta mixed in with all of this. I think that should look rather nice. So terracotta here and there. Yeah, something like that. This is the example of what I thought. So just by placing the grass block right, if I can place it in the right position, there you go. You get something like that. And by placing these, I can mash the browns. And this looks rather nice. So from here, that's 1, 2, and 3. And this is here a middle block. Right. All right. And this is where the next street light is going to go. They're going to be pretty thick, standing next to one another. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and middle. Probably right here, actually. And then the next one is going to go probably somewhere right there. Need to extend this part. And I'm going to have a huge street light shining on this cross section right over here. That should look interesting. I mean, look at these two. They already look really nice. I'm going to be building this entire street without this central piece, and I'm going to reveal it to you, and we can share the thoughts. Now we're going to take a walk through this street. Looking nice. I like these lights. They're really, really nice placed. And I raised this up just to test it out. And the light level seems to be fine in this area. Throughout the entire path, it doesn't drop until here to level 7. But that's just because I don't have any light source right over here. So I'm going to probably be placing some kind of lantern here where this end rod is, if I don't forget. Also, here it drops a little bit lower, so I could get away with hiding a glowstone behind a bush. Something like, yeah, something like this, right? And now it should work fine. And everything seems to be in order. I don't expect any mobs to spawn. All right, we have a dark area here as well. But it can all be easily fixed. It's not that big of an issue. Like so. Since the last clip, it's been a day and a half. And in the meantime, I did a little bit of work and I got carried away, of course. I planted all of the oak trees here. As you can see, it created a dense forest where it allows all the mobs to spawn and to be protected a little bit from the light until they do step on the light and burn to their deaths. But I have completed this road right over here that will take us to the probable cactus farm that is going to spill out all the residue right here and create all of this madness and corruption. But all in all, I am pretty satisfied with how this ended looking, and some ideas did appear in my head about this whole place. Still didn't remove this tree. I think I'm gonna leave this side covered with a forest, and I'm gonna continue that look all the way up there. But on this side, I would like to create that kind of farm field for pumpkins that is going to be completely covered with regular dirt and chorus dirt. Probably somehow prevent the grass from spreading on top of it. So it is going to be looking similar like this part, but in a way looking like a farm field. And we're gonna have few builds here and there, like probable some kind of graveyard pit. I can't pronounce it. Somewhere over there, maybe some kind of mad scientist lab. And all of those, we are gonna have some farms that are gonna be feeding that storage system over there that we created in the previous episode, and give that storage system a greater purpose. All in all, I think I'm done for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and do share your comments down below. And if you're new to this season and this channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.